Nobody understands me!
What are you, stupid? Of course nobody understands you. Nobody can ever understand.
If you have finished Evangelion and have been feeling not the best or have been dealing with mental health issues, then I definitely say you have clicked on the right video. It really changed me in a way that I feel like I can't change or I can't go back to no matter what I do. And I've been really wanting to talk about this anime. Like, I've something in me just really wants to get how I feel about it, to make a video about how it changed me or how I see the world now, all because of an anime, which is what I'm here for. The perspective, the way it's made, was really different from what I thought. Definitely for all of the characters, especially for the top 3. During the time, I feel like all my emotions just got mixed up, and when everything just changed, I wanted to tell people. Like, I wanted people to understand how I felt, and I already knew the consequences. If I tell people how I feel, they're only going to see me in negative ways, and they're going to pass down what I said to other people, so that other people can see the negative ways in me where I have no one that I can really trust or tell, or I can't tell my family because I'm too scared, because I already know what they're going to say, I already know their answers, I already know they're not going to understand. So I just want someone to understand me. And Evangelion really, really took that feeling I had and just put more pressure on it, where, like, I liked it, but then I felt like I needed to watch more, and the more I watched, the more vulnerability I got, the more pressure I got, and just the more comfort and the more pain I got at the same time, where it made me feel alone, but not alone at the same time, because I was completely with the internet, where I could see that other people relate to this anime, but I don't know how to reach out to the people that understand the anime without, like, doing something. And I just want someone to understand me. Nobody understands me. Those words by Shinji, I felt like really hit hard. Like, I felt like I needed to cry doing that, which I did. Which, just wow. Like, I feel like I've never seen anything more relatable in an anime. Of course, everything in this anime is relatable, especially for teens. I feel like, because I feel like that's where they're hitting puberty, or they're feeling insecure, or just everything. It makes sense. So that's where it feels like everything changes, where I felt like I needed someone, but I couldn't find anyone, or each person I found, I felt like they just kept leaving and leaving and leaving. And that's one of my biggest fears. That is my biggest fear, is people leaving, because I felt that so much, which is where I really relate to Asuka. And I feel like I relate more to Asuka than I relate more to Shinji, or just this whole anime in general, where it just, like, really hits hard. Like, I don't want to be left alone. But there's nobody here to hold me. There's nobody here to comfort me. And you have to find those people, but that's something really scary, because you know, if you find those people, or if you tell them too much, they're gonna judge you. They're not gonna listen to you. They're only gonna see you in negative ways, which other people saw you as. So you don't have anyone to trust. But you still have the urge in you where you want to tell someone. You really want someone to know, to understand you, but there's no one to tell. And that's why the show really makes you lonely, or there's no one there to accompany you or understand you, besides just all the comments on the internet that you have to look. As an early teen myself, before watching this, there was things going on with me that I didn't really know how to change or really fix. And of course, I never knew an anime would feel like really relatable to me before, and I didn't even know what this anime was. I had no idea what the characters were. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know anything about it. And that's when it got shown to me. So it looks super happy, and it looks like just a happy life of a teen boy that you know nothing about until you go deeper into the story. And that's where it really hits. Like, wow, I spent all this time doing nothing, and now here I'm just sitting watching anime. A really sad anime, a really depressing anime that I had no idea would really relate to me. Like, this is me. What am I gonna do with myself? Like, this anime is explaining everything that I've been going through that nobody else will understand or sit down to listen to. So all I have left is just to watch this depressing anime and hoping someone will come to me and see like what's wrong, or like listen to me. When I was like done with Evangelion, I wouldn't necessarily say I was done, because I still had movies of it to like watch, and yeah, there is still one I still have left that I haven't finished yet, and I really do need to go back to that. When I was near the end of it, I felt like I was never gonna leave this place. Like, this little circle of vulnerableness, sadness, anxiety, and I will admit I do still have all that. And it was during the time I was watching it, just felt like I'm not gonna leave, I'm stuck here. I need someone to change me, I need to be changed. And I met someone, and I will admit it has gone away. Whenever I'm with that person, I feel happy again. I feel like I'm not in like that little circle that I can't like be out of. But if I'm far away from that person, I feel like it's just all coming back. It's all here. I can't leave. And I feel like that's just what really feels important to me, especially of how that person also was going through the same thing and also really loves Evangelion. So from that, it feels like I'm changed, but I'm not changed at the same time. Even when I'm getting happiness from like the most important person, I feel like it's just my pain won't go away no matter what it is. And maybe if I haven't watched this anime, it wouldn't be like this, or who knows, maybe if I haven't watched it, I still would be like this. But it's really the impact of Evangelion that really, really hit hard. I've never watched something more relatable. I've never felt so, like, it makes me sad, but I feel comforted. I feel comfort at the same time while watching it. I feel happiness and enjoyment while watching it, but at the same time, it's like, it's killing me. It's killing me inside. And I feel like I just can't leave the circle, and just everything about it, like, it's just amazing, but it's like terrible at the same time. And it's just, wow, everything about this anime that they put into one, all like the relatable stuff, everything. Personally, for me, I feel like I've asked or really told people what I'm going through or what's going on. I feel like I've told so many people, are at the point that I'm tired of telling people. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of like telling people what's going on. And I know I've told a lot of people, and some people understood, some people didn't, and they said negative things. And it's not because of the negative things, I just feel like I'm saying too much, and I really feel like I need to keep this to myself. Or if I say too much, it'll change the way they see me, and not in like a positive way instead of a negative way. And Evangelion, it really puts you in a place where you don't know what to do. You don't know who you are. And still, it's been about, I think, almost 5 months since I started watching Evangelion. I still don't know what to do with myself. I honestly don't know where, I'm honestly at the point where I don't know if I do love myself or if I hate myself. I feel like I hate myself, but I really don't know anymore. I just don't know. And I don't know if other people feel like that. I feel like I haven't really asked anyone if they feel that way, or after watching it, like if they still, like if they don't know if they hate themselves or if they love themselves, or they just don't know who they are or what to do with themselves. And it just really puts you in a mindset where it reflects a big hatred on you. Especially for me, it really gave me, I already had a big hatred for myself, and it really gave me more. And I don't know if the hatred is still there or if it's not, and I'm just noticing it, and my mind is just like manipulating me, making me think that, but I'm really like okay, or just all the time I don't feel okay, and my mind is lying to me. Or if this certain person that I actually feel safe around, I feel like that person is a safe place around me, and if I'm not near them, like that happy place is gone, or I need to be near them where I feel comforted, and I feel like that happy place is there. As like, you know that if you're good at something, people will see your spotlight or give you praise. But if you don't do anything, or if you're useless, nobody will see your light. Nobody will care to look deep into it, or to listen to it, or give you praise. You're just an empty space waiting to be filled. You want people to understand. Even if you try to make them understand, they won't understand, or they will just leave. Asking, like, making you feel like you have nothing else to do besides sit there hoping someone will just come to you and listen and finally understand the circle inside of you that you have been dying to let out, and just dying to let someone know that what's going on, so that they can understand you and not judge you and leave. Yourself is the only thing you really have, so you constantly put the blame on yourself, or even hurt yourself. You feel like hurting yourself or saying negative things about you, or even just crying alone is the only thing that's comforting you. You feel like this is better than trying to get help, and that's where Evangelion comes from, the anime that describes exactly what you feel. So then that can comfort you and put you in a place where you feel like that this is also helping you, instead of getting the real help you need and just watching it. I knew I was lonely, and I knew my feelings, but when I was introduced to Ava, I feel like I really didn't notice like how deep it was, or how everything was going, or I just didn't really notice or pay that much attention to it until I really watched Ava, and I really related to Shinji and Asuka. And I wouldn't necessarily say I relate to Rei, but maybe in some things I do, but I know I specifically relate to Shinji and Asuka, since I relate to them and I see them as a sort of comfort and place where they are set as examples of how I feel, or if I can just share my feelings to anyone else, those characters are the ones to understand me. And since they aren't real, I really feel like I just have an imagination of someone listening, or at least I used to, and those characters just give me a sort of comfort where I know that they're there, but they're not real. Question I have been asking myself for a really long time now: was Neon Genisis Evangelion worth the watch?